YouTube, it is me again with another video. I really need to think of a different intro line because me again with another video is getting pretty dull. I'll see if I can come up with something to make it a little more interesting. But anyways, my last video was on my top 12 girl name combos, and this one's going to be my top 12 boy name combos. So again, I have them all written down, meanings and origins included, and they are in order like my girls' names were. I guess I'll just first of all get this out of the way. I'm not going to say that these meanings are completely 110% accurate. They're just the meanings that I've gotten basically from my baby name books that I have, and I have about 10. And they all either say the same thing, or virtually the same thing, or nothing at all. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and get right into it. So for number one, my number one favorite boy's name is Harrison Cole. This is mainly inspired by Harrison Ford, who is one of my all-time favorite actors, and still is to this day. He is an incredible actor, and I don't know, he's freaking awesome, and his name is Harrison, which is fantastic. So Harrison is an Old English name that means son of Harry, and Cole is an English name that means swarthy. So I just think Harrison Cole is a really nice, complementary combo. They work really well together, and Cole is just sweet and simple, and it doesn't take away from Harrison at all, which I really like, because I think a middle name should be complimentary instead of fighting for attention, kind of. Number two is Nolan Scott. Nolan is a Gaelic name that means proud one, and Scott is an Old English name that means from Scotland. So Nolan has been a favorite of mine for quite a while. I used to babysit a little boy named Nolan when I was 14 or something. And ever since then I've really liked the name. It's really cute, and it's simple, and it's just, I don't know, it's handsome. And Scott is just a good old hearty, solid boy's man's name. How is that saying? I don't even know. But it's just a good old hearty, solid boy's name, and I really like it. Number three is Aubrey Jude. Aubrey is an old German name that means elfin king. Yes, I'm aware that Aubrey is very popular for girls, and I'm aware that 98% of Canada and the US consider it a girl's name. Honestly, I don't care. Whatever floats your boat. If you like it for girls, that's cool. I mean, I don't think it's an awful name for girls at all. I just prefer it for boys. And I love the meaning is elfin king. It makes it whimsical and mystical and very solid and manly, because king. Jude is a Greek name that means praised, and I think that just kind of goes along well with the fact that Aubrey means elfin king, so praised elfin king, kind of, Number four is Jacoby Auden. Jacoby is a variant of the Hebrew name Jacob, and it means supplants. Kind of boring meaning, but Auden is an Old English name that means old friend. Number five is Rowan Elliot, and Rowan is another Gaelic name. I like a lot of Gaelic names. I like a lot of Welsh names. I'm not going to say I'm completely knowledgeable in the meanings and everything and how they're pronounced and whatever, but I'm pretty confident in my knowledge of them, considering that I've never gone to school for Gaelic names or anything. I did study Welsh when I was in Wales, but it was never a solid, school 24 hours a day. I guess that's a bit of an overstatement. I look freaking cross-eyed in this video. Anyways. Oh my god. Why do I look like I'm cross-eyed? Lazy eye day. Woo! Okay. Anyways. So yeah, like I was saying, I did study Welsh for pretty much a month straight when I was in Wales. But as for Gaelic names, like Irish and Scottish names, I'm not totally 100% smart about it. But I've done a lot of research, so I'm pretty confident. So anyways, Rowan is a Gaelic name that means little redhead. I have it paired with Elliot, and Elliot is a Greek and Hebrew name that means Lord is God. Number 6 is Zane Reid. Typically, I don't like when first and middle names share the same amount of syllables, but in this case, I think Zane Reid is freaking fantastic. Zane is a Hebrew name that means God is gracious, and Reid is English that means red hair. Number 7 is Nathaniel Ambrose. Now, both of these names have been on and off of my list forever. They've been paired with different names, and then finally I paired them together, and perfection. I just think Nathaniel Ambrose is absolutely delightful. Nathaniel is a Hebrew name that means God has given, and Ambrose is Greek that means immortal. Number 8 is by far one of my more trendy names that's in my top 12. I guess they're all kind of trendy, which doesn't bother me at all. I like trendy as long as it's kind of like, so number 8 is Hayden Atticus. So Hayden is an Old English name that means valley, and Atticus is Latin that means from Athens. Number 9 is Quinn Leander. Quinn is Gaelic and it means son of Con. Again, I'm not 100% that it means that. That's just what my books tell me. Leander is Greek. That means lion man. Number 10 is Morgan Jeremy. Morgan is a masculine Welsh name that means circling sea, and Jeremy is a variant or nickname for the Hebrew name Jeremiah. Number 11 is an all-around Gaelic name. By far my most Gaelic of Gaelic names on my list. It is Seamus Villain. So Seamus is, like I said, Gaelic and it means supplants, and Killian is, again, Gaelic and it means strife. Last but not least, number 12 is Ezra Daniel. So Ezra is Hebrew and it means helper, and Daniel is also Hebrew and it means God is my judge. Fantastic. So yeah, that is that for that video. That was a lot of that's. And there was a couple more that's. My next video is going to be on my guilty pleasure names for girls and boys. Basically, guilty pleasure is names that you like or love, or names that you find intriguing, interesting, cool, gnarly, funky, sweet, all that cool junk. But either that you just don't really have courage to use them on an actual child, or you would rather use it on an animal or a pet or something, or you just don't think that they suit your general style and da-da-da-da. Basically for me, all of my guilty pleasure names are names that I think are freaking awesome and freaking cool and freaking gnarly, but I just don't think I could take someone seriously if I ever met them with that particular name. You know, you ever meet someone that introduces themselves like, hey, I'm Jiminy Cricket, and you're like, really? Your parents named you Jiminy Cricket? Oh boy. That kind of reaction. So yeah, anyways, stay tuned for that video. I might do it today. I think I will do it today. And yeah, check out my other videos, subscribe, comment, rate, all that fun stuff.